If I didn't know it, Pilate would have fit right in with us millennials with his provocative question to Jesus, what is truth? Bearing witness to the truth Jesus had just told him was the reason that he came. But Pilate decided that truth was relative, was changing, fluid, and that Good Friday morning, an innocent man who had won his compassion soon became an apparent threat to his status, his lifestyle, and so Pilate dispatched him, and with him, his capacity to live truth and freedom. Does it sound familiar? This letting my preferences rule the day, my changing preferences, not caring who believes what about anything, but letting my preferences decide. There's a war on reality, a war on truth. And this fight, though, is happening within each one of us. That we can hate the vulnerability of reality, and we can resist it, reject it, because in reality, I encounter suffering, and I'd rather escape. I also realize that I can't control my life the way that I want it to, and I'd rather keep trying than surrender to someone being bigger than me, to facing my own powerlessness. But the problem is, when we create our own reality according to our preferences, is there anybody else who is actually able to join us there? No. This is isolation par excellence. And it reminds me of virtual reality, where you can place those nifty goggles on and in the comfort of your own living room, walk off the top of a mountain or fly through the stars. And as fun as that is, here we find ourselves again, all alone in a fabricated world. But the truth is, we were made for love, real love. Nothing else will satisfy us. Someone is waiting for us in reality who knows us, who loves us, has a plan for us, and whose love is deeper, far deeper than any suffering or difficulty. And this someone is Almighty God, who willingly chose to enter into our reality, to take on our human nature. And he poured the whole of his love into it with all its vulnerability and powerlessness, living and dying for us because he thinks we're worth it. And by doing so, he cracked open and transformed this place of suffering and lack of control and made it into a place of love, of communion, of intimacy, of authentic relationship, which we're all thirsting for if we but meet him there. So, a couple short tips on how do I experience the wholeness of living in reality? First, be honest. Be honest with yourself and with the Lord, not to try to swallow or deny any pain, this lack of control, my weaknesses, my need for him and for others. And then secondly, to ask for help. Lord, I need to know your love here, that it's deeper than this, what I'm feeling. I need your love, your guidance, your strength. And to ask others, because none of us were made to live this path alone. And then lastly, to cut out daydreaming. All those scenarios of me impressing my boss or finding that perfect date. And while it might seem inconsequential, it's an escape. And it's often emotionally charged or lustful. And it really steals reality from us and enables us to not engage the present moment. So embracing reality invites us to this wholeness, this integration with the truth, where the God who loves us enters into the whole of our life, and he meets us there with his love. And the truth is, we don't want to miss a minute of it.